we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
People of Center, St. Mary and surrounding.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama.
Here is
Where I watch?
Popeye.
are you on exactly? If you are,
Greetings viewers and subscribers. So tomorrow evening, starting at 6 o'clock, we are going live. We are also going to be talking to the promoter of the Big People Show of the year, Different Strokes. He will be here to give away some tickets for the show. Remember that Different Strokes will be held next week, Saturday, March 29, at the Waves Beach in Negril. Join us tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock Jamaica time for the Saturday evening chat. We are going to be talking about all the issues that you want to talk about. We are also going to be taking your calls. Don't miss it. Now, if you look on your screen, that photo to your left is Chantel Blake McCalla with her 4 children. Chantel, she was killed and dumped in a precipice by someone very, very close to her. Shortly after her body was found, her husband Shane McCalla, him took the 4 children and fled to Canada. He has since filed for asylum in Canada, claiming that his life is in danger because the persons who killed his wife are after him also. Mash down that lie. Anyway, we'll be having another live stream about this case shortly because we now make it rest. The princess under Chantel's arm, and she is also to your right. Her name is Princess Jada. Princess Jada, she's celebrating her birthday today. Jada, I know that you are not going to be seeing this video today, but you are growing and someday you are going to see it. Your mom's side of the family, they are asking us to wish you a happy birthday today. They are telling us to tell you that they love you very much and they are hoping that someday you will all be reunited. Let's hope that today you are going to be having a wonderful birthday and may you live to see many, many more. In the news today, that man on your screen, his name is Antoine Davis. He was 19 years old and he was living at Smithfield in the parish of Westmoreland. Antwone, he was a past student at the Manning School, and we are told that Antwone, he was a very humble young man. Early yesterday morning, Thursday, March 20, almost 12:30, Antwone, he was riding a motorcycle in the Negril Square of Westmoreland when reports are that Antwone, he ended up losing control of the bike. The bike, it then crashed in the roundabout. Antwone, he was thrown from the bike and he received serious head and bodily injuries. Many persons who were on the scene, even the police officers, they were of the view that Antwone, he died on the spot. However, Antwone, he was rushed to the Savannah-Lamar Hospital where he showed signs of life. He was admitted in a serious condition, but sad to say, Antwone, he died last night whilst he was being treated. Sad indeed. In this next report, over in Lucea, a guy who has been terrorizing small farmers in the area, he died earlier today. He's popularly known as Blacks, and we are told that he's in his early 30s. I've received footages of Blacks on the ground, but I can't show them on YouTube. Listen to what this person had to say about the incident. Listen this.
Popeye, this man I am showing on the stream. This man went up in a breadfruit tree to thief one breadfruit in Lucea. Right at the back of Arton Court, so. And the man have a green stick. I pick the breadfruit. The breadfruit drop, the green stick drop on the high tension wire. Him Fire catch him a fire. Him burn out, all him foot burn off, him hand burn off. And when the current let him go, he drop out of the tree. Same way you see me show him on his face. I send you the name Blacks. That man won't stop thief people things. A man have one bunch of banana across the road and the man inherit it in thief it. But I hope this is a warning to all of the thief them. Me a call for Lucy.
So you heard that? Blacks, he died reaping what him never plant. Sad indeed. In this report, on Sunday, I told you about an incident that took place Friday night, March 14 at the monument along the Grangeville Main Road in the parish of Westmoreland. It was about the killing of that hard-working farmer on your screen. His name is Frank Delop, but he was popularly known as Rasta. Rasta was 54 years old and he lived at Grandspen in the Belial Road area of Grangeville in the parish of Westmoreland. I told you that Rasta, he was a farmer who planted a lot of stuffs, but cows were eating down his crop. As a result, Rasta, he brought some of the cow owners to court to try and recoup his loss. A cow went missing and some guys, they accused Rasta of being the man behind the cow being missing. Friday night, Rasta was at the Grangeville monument waiting on his son to come from school when he was attacked and shot by a hoodlum. Rasta, he received gunshot wounds to his face and on his left hand. The hoodlum, he then made good his escape. The Morgansbridge police, who heard the gunshots, they rushed to the scene where they saw Rasta lying on his left side on the monument. They rushed with him to the Sabanalamar Hospital where Rasta, he died whilst he was being treated. So, like I said on Sunday, the police, they knew who the perpetrators were. We are told that 3 guys, they were picked up by the police over the weekend, but one of them has now been charged by the police. There he is on your screen. His name is Shawn Williams, but he's popularly known as Chang. Chang is 38 years old and he's living at Godfrey Street in Grangeville. Chang, he was charged for murder and using a firearm to commit a felony. So he will be going to the courts shortly. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. Hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final report for today, in yesterday's video, I told you about the police killing of that guy on your screen and I promised to read out his antecedent. His name is Del-Llanei Duncan, but he was popularly known as Rifleman. On Boxing Day just gone, December 26, Rifleman, he celebrated his 30th birthday. He lived at Road 10 in the Lilliput area of St. James. Like I said yesterday, Rifleman, he was a hoodlum and he was aligned to a gang in the area. That gang was in conflict with another gang. On Monday night, January 4, 2022, about 7:30, a guy named Chevine Stevens, but he was also known as Alex, Furdo or Brown Man. Furdo was 28 years old and he used to work as a bartender and a wedding coordinator at a popular hotel in St. James. Furdo, he lived at Ocean Heights in the Lilliput area. We are told that Furdo, he was at his home with his spouse when he received a telephone call. As a result of that telephone call, he told his spouse that he was heading down the road and he left the house. We are told that Furdo, he was walking along the roadway when he was pounced on by 3 hoodlums. The allegation is that the 3 hoodlums were 1. Rifleman, 2. That hoodlum on your screen, his name is Nickeelo Lewis, but he's popularly known as Kilo. It was said that another hoodlum known as Shawn was amongst the trio. The hoodlums, they opened gunfire at Furdo, who ran off, but Furdo, he was chased by the hoodlums who caught up with him, and they shot him several times to his head and his upper body, killing him on the spot. At the time of the shooting, a car was on the road. It was a white Nissan AD wagon motor car, and it was being driven by a man. That man, he was accompanied by another man and a woman. The hoodlums, they opened gunfire at the car, but the 3 persons who were in the car, they managed to jump out and ran away, making good their escape from the hoodlums. A man who was in a nearby shop during the gunfire, he was not so lucky. He received gunshot wounds to his right hand and his left knee. The hoodlums who were seen and known by many persons in the area, they ran away, making good their escape. The man who was in the shop, he was rushed to the Cornwall Regional Hospital by family members, where he was treated and subsequently released. The police, they had recovered over 40 spent shells from the scene. So Nickeelo Lewis, Rifleman and Shawn, they were placed on the St. James Police most wanted list. Both Rifleman and Nickeelo, they were subsequently held. They were charged for murder and they were placed before the courts. Rifleman, he was eventually granted bail by a judge in court who imposed some bail conditions on him. But the reality is, these hoodlums, they no respect bail conditions. So let me tell you about some of the murders that Rifleman was implicated in. And like I said yesterday, many eyewitnesses, they will hide and they will give the police the information as to who the hoodlums are that are committing the mayhem. But many police officers will tell you that it is very hard to get them to give a statement, and this is for reasons that are well known, to include they or their family being targeted. On Friday morning, August 23 last year, about a few minutes after 8 o'clock, 4 guys were standing at the bus stop at the foot of Bobman Hill in the Lilliput area of St. James. Among them was 41-year-old Owen Lloyd Lewin, but he was popularly known as Gregory or Dutty. He lived at Bobman Hill in the Lilliput area. While they were there, they were approached by 2 hoodlums who were armed with guns. One of them was alleged to be Rifleman. The hoodlums, they opened gunfire at Dutty, hitting him several times in his head, killing him on the spot. The other guys, they managed to run off, escaping injuries. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape on foot in the area. The police, they were called, and when they processed this crime scene, 6 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. Late Tuesday night, September 3 into early Wednesday morning, September 4 last year. That guy on your screen, his name is Ackeem Bucknor, but he was popularly known as Dado. Dado was 25 years old and he lived at Bobman Hill in the Lilliput area. Dado and some family members, they went to a nightclub at Bambulan in the same Lilliput area. They went there in a silver Toyota Crown motor car. They spent some time in the nightclub, and when they were ready to leave, they walked to the Toyota Crown motor car when they were approached by hoodlums who were armed with guns. One of the hoodlums was none other than the notorious Rifleman. Everyone tried to run, but the hoodlums, they held on to Dado. The other family members, they ran away, escaping from the hoodlums. Rifleman and his cronies, they then dragged Dado into a lane where they put him to kneel down and they pumped bullets into his face and his neck, killing him on the spot. On Saturday morning, October 5 last year, at minutes after 8 o'clock, gunshots were heard being fired at Road 1 in the Bucksnor area of Lilliput in the parish of St. James. When the smoke was clear and residents, they went and they made checks. a man named Larry Robinson, but he was popularly known as Larry. He was 40 years old and he lived in the Grangepen area of Lilliput in the parish of St. James. Larry, we are told, he also used to live in the parish of Westmoreland. Larry's lifeless body was seen lying on his back along the roadway in a pool of blood. He had received gunshot wounds to his head and his upper body. He died on the spot. Rifleman was again implicated in that killing, so it was no surprise when I got those messages from residents of Lilliput yesterday. One of the messages said, "Good morning. Lilliput is rejoicing. Them kill Rifleman." In the afternoon, someone else sent that message. The person said, "Me say the people them happy. Many young youth them kill. Larry, Elcore." Early yesterday morning, Thursday, March 20, at minutes after 6 o'clock, a joint police military team, acting on intelligence, they went to number 10 road in the Lilliput area of St. James. Rifleman, he was spotted and he decided to take on the long arm of the law, and two toes it was all over. Rifleman, he fell clutching a 9mm pistol with the serial number intact. It was affixed with a magazine containing 7 9mm rounds. Rifleman, he died on the spot. Another hoodlum bites the dust. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them no out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town, man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cans and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah.